Do you remember when we recommended Skull because it was the most you and your friends would ever shout at each other? Today we're reviewing Monikers, which is the most you and your friends will ever laugh playing a game. This is an important video, everybody. God, you know the great thing about doing a humour site and not having jokes is that you can really drive a point home. We shouldn't do anything silly ever again. That was way worse than I thought it was going to
be. You really clearly shut your eyes. It was coming.
I knew it was coming. It was delayed. Okay, Monikers is a game designed by... Actually, we don't know. This is actually nothing more than the newest edition of a public domain game that's so old, well, it probably is most comfortable in a time of anti-Semitism and the rotary phone. You might also know it by its name, Celebrities or Time's Up. This is just a really new, really nice edition. And throughout this review, what I want you to be impressed by isn't just that this game still exists, but that it's still so good. Inside the box, actually, just take a close up here. Marie Antoinette in the middle there loses her head. Count Blackula turns into a bat. Flap, 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 flap. We've got a bear that turns into a bear. They don't make boxes like this at all, frankly, so that's a great start. And inside this box is a manual that's shorter than most takeout menus and just a shitload of people on individual cards. Actually, I say people, this is where Monikers starts to distinguish itself, because while ordinary Celebrities is played with celebrities, in this game you'll have Mother Teresa, yes, and then the next card will be the Soup Nazi from Seinfeld, or the Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or a card that just says nobody, or the Trojan Horse, or Sigmund Freud's The Id. Now, from this start, you are going to be playing a game so simple that I could explain the rules in a single breath and still have room to describe a perfectly good Bloody Mary recipe. Yes, probably. Okay. Divide your friends into 2 teams. Give every single player 8 cards to start them laughing and have them pick the 5 that best suit your group. Take the 5 that everybody selects and shuffle them together into a big deck. Give the deck to one player on one team. That player's then going to go through the deck trying to describe the thing without using its name. If a team gets it right, then they get that card. After 6 seconds is up, you give the deck to the other team until the entire deck is spent. Bloody Mary, 5 parts... I'm going to do this. 2 parts tomato juice, 2 parts, 3 parts vodka, 5 parts, 6 parts tomato juice, 1 part lemon juice. Okay. Divide your friends into 2 teams. Give each player 8 cards to start them laughing and have them pick the 5 cards that best suit your group. Take everybody's 5 cards and shuffle them into a big deck. Give this deck to one player on one team. That player is then going to go through the deck, trying to describe each character without using its name. If a team gets it right, they get that card. After 60 seconds, you give the deck to the other player. After the entire deck has been the other team. If after the entire deck has been spent, you're done. Bloody Mary, 3 parts vodka to 6 parts tomato juice, 1 part lemon juice, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce to taste. Garnish with a celery stick. Boom! Anyway, so you and your friends are going to play this, and you're going to have remedial levels of giggles and satisfaction and teamwork. And if you're English, you're going to have flashbacks to the forced frivolities of the festivities of the Christmas season with your family.
A person whose job it is at Christmas time to pretend to be the head of Christmas.
All Santa?
Yes! Okay,
The equals MC squared dude, but as a tiny, tiny kid.
Einstein, baby.
Lives in your gut and makes you...
Take 1.
Yeah. Wanks people off before they...
Fluffer.
Yeah. Go.
She wears Ugg boots and
a
drinks
basic
out of...
bitch.
Oh,
And that's not going to be very good. But then you move on to round 2 with the same deck. And this is where Monikers starts becoming like an entertainment boulder that you've given just a bit of momentum, and now it comes rolling through the wall of your living room. But fun. So now you and your friends and your deck, this special custom thing that you've just been exposed to, move on to round 2. There's a round 2? Your friend says, excited, scared, maybe a little turned on. Of course, you tell them. A rules-clad master or mistress of the house with all the power. And in round 2, what you're doing is exactly the same thing. But you can only use one word to describe the card that you draw. Here we go.
Here we go. Lord.
I have Sauron.
Quack.
100 duck-sized horses.
Caesar.
Brutus. It's funny because the challenge is impossible. It's funny watching them stress, and it's even funnier when your friends get it. When you go, blood, and 3 of your friends simultaneously go, Count Chocula, and you go, yes! That's funny for your team and the other team. And it's funny in a way that Cranium and Charades often don't manage. Those games bug me because it's like they're offloading the responsibility for being entertaining on the player whose turn it is. Do something ridiculous, says the game. Make your friends laugh at you. There's none of that in Monikers. What you're doing, standing up in front of your friends, isn't embarrassing. And it's nice, actually, to have the attention on you. But it's funny anyway. The game is ridiculous. The challenge is ridiculous, not the player doing it. And oh my god, this is magnified again in round 3. Did I say round 1 was the rules explanation? Because it's possible that round 1 and 2 are just the rules explanation for the astonishing round 3. Where all you do, and you can probably see this coming, is when you get the card, you have to express it using no words at all. Just charades. And of course this is funny. Of course it's ridiculous trying to mime a shirtless Vladimir Putin or Hitler's brain in a jar or the Pied Piper. And that's funny, but also it's not embarrassing, and it's funnier because it's the comedy equivalent of falling backwards and your friends catching you.
What the heck?
Oh, come on!
No. Oh, Pollock.
Hell.
It was tennis.
Or like wizard.
Einstein. Maybe Einstein. Settlers Guitar on Robber. No. Mall Santa. Tapeworm.
Oh my god.
With charades, you're only ever some prick standing in the middle of a room and swimming away from sharks or seducing their secretary, or I don't know. With Monikers, you stand up, maybe you're nervous, but then what you find is you make the vaguest swaggering motion and instantly one of your friends goes, shirtless Vladimir Putin. And not only will everyone laugh, but you'll feel clever. They feel clever. You see, the more energy you put into miming in Monikers, the faster your friends just get it 9 times out of 10. Unlike charades, where the more energy you put in, probably the more you look like a prick. So then there's just this amazing feeling of connectedness falling upon you like gentle summer rain. Because even if you're bad at miming, your friends aren't going to be judging you because they know there's probably only about 20 or 30 things you could be doing. So they don't have time to laugh at you. They're laughing with you, but they're in the challenge with you and they're racking their brain, wondering what this means. That was Bob Fosse, by the way, inventor of jazz hands. That's it, that's Monikers. It's so good. And remember how before we talked about how it's only the beginning and ends of games that people tend to remember anyway? Well, Monikers starts with everybody being dealt their own personal hand of cards that's like their own hilarious secret that they'll already be laughing about and going, oh my god, guys, you're not going to believe that this card that we all talk about is in here. And then it ends with people crying with laughter. I just guarantee it. And so, also, while you could hack this version together, you know, out of just nothing more than some index cards and some pens, which you could do, you should do, it's great. I still recommend buying this edition because they've done such a good job with it. The cards are just as funny as you and your friends would be. They are funny while being entirely inoffensive. The card linen finish is so nice. The manual I love because it says you can keep score, but you probably won't need to, which is entirely correct, and I love it for saying that. And this box! It's just so nice. There's no advertising on it. There's no air in it. It's such a nice feeling thing. And if you don't know why I care about that, let's go to my attic. This is my attic, and I've got all these board games stashed up in here like murder victims because there's so much air in the box. There's no need for these boxes to be as big as they are. They're just advertisements, and this didn't annoy me until I started getting games like Samurai Spirit, Escape from the Aliens Outer Space, and Monika, because they actually use the space conveniently. So, yeah. Shut Up and Sit Down categorically recommends Monikers. And what's that? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait up, wait up. What's this? We, the players of the game Celebrity, present forthwith a new way to play the game, to be enjoyed by gentlemen and ladies of the home and not by filthy Zionists who skip to the end. Oh my god. Okay, so depending on how old or drunk you are, there is actually a 4th round you can play in Monikers, which is you move a sofa and then have to act it out using only your appendages and not your head. And go. More center.
Yes.
Thank you. Mikhail Gorbachev.
No.
Basic bitch.
Yes! Nice! Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
David Attenborough?
Yes.
Wow! It builds on everything else that's been building for the rest of Monikers, you know, because it's even more ridiculous. And yet it functions, you know, it lets you experience a connection with your friends that is, again, even more absurdly instantaneous, that you do this and then they actually know what you're talking about. It really does work. Just, there's another great reason to buy Monikers. So, there you have it, everybody. Wait. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, okay. So if you can handle it, there is one more round of Monikers, apparently, which is you only use your head from behind the sofa with no words, no miming, anything else. And it still works. Ducks! 100 duck shaped
Yes!
horses.
Mall Santa.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Brutus.
Yes. No.
Attenborough.
No, we got that one.
Gorbachev. Dolly the sheep. Oh, tapeworm.
Yes. Jackson Pollock.
Yeah.
It's just preposterous. If you don't want to be the kind of guy who's trying to mime Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles using only your face, then I don't know what to tell you. It's good. Trust me. Take the plunge. And that's actually all we've got. Right. Good. Okay. Bye, everybody.